Hello, how are you? Fine? We are very enjoyed to be together with you for this next spring-summer collection of TFL. We're starting with Rocket Pearls because the first article that we desire to introduce you is called The Age, and we're talking about a very nice calf side from US with this very soft and nice flutter pearlized leather with this transparent feeling that we got it in the surfaces of the material. And the metallic is very important for the next season. So for this reason, also for the article called Akasan, that is metal-free lambskin leather, we have introduced again this nice beige pearlized leather with a triple tonality done with a transparent pigment that you look at on the surface, this type of very elegant and bright shade for the next season. Certainly the same idea of a three-dimensional item that we desire to introduce also for the next spring-summer, you look at also on the Pasha. Pasha is a perfectly white leather for sneakers. We have a good mix between the white pigment from zinc and white pigment from titanium oxide. And again, we look at the brilliancy of the white and this three dimension of the soft tie and dye effect done again with the transparent pigment. All of this family of pearlized introduced perfectly. Also another leather that is perfectly for the next spring-summer season is talking about the Bahia article. Is a very nice suede reversible with a microtech technology applied on the full grain side and give this type of very nice roundness on the leather. But now we introduce another very important key point for the next collection, and is called the Great Ivory Thema. And the Great Ivory Thema, the first article that is very high performance waterproof article is called the Mirage. Mirage is a perfectly article for the men, for the women, for something that is a nubuki with a nice writable, but is a waterproof and is a new technology of dry walk in and dry walk fat that we have replied also again on the article called Titos. Titos is a nice waterproof full Napa embossed with this mesh idea, and is something that we could introduce not only for the leather goods but also, why not, for the automotive. So we're talking about the merchandising idea of the Napa waterproof between the automotive and also accessories too, that we could play together certainly for the next future. And now we arrive to the Boom. Boom is a nice technology that we have done with all the technical team in TFL. That we have mixed together the idea to cover the leather with this soft upgrading system that is after that is dyed in the drum. But you have seen that in the intermediate phases we have embossed also with the aluminum plate, and we have a very nice reptile three-dimensional idea on the surface of the material. And step by step we are arriving with a very nice and high volume leather for the next season. We talk about the article called the Nautilus. Nautilus is a bull, and with a nice retanning process done with this idea of the floater, but we're talking about the high thickness material. But we look at the plate, get it to the material, this very nice natural engraving like elephant type of style on the leather. It's a very magnificent article that for the next season. Till we arrive to the Jupiter. Jupiter is a very nice and fancy reversible split, again with a microtech idea. On the microtech film, again we've applied one waxes that is possible to finish on there. We have a very nice pull-up idea on the surfaces, and we get it with a microtech more naturality on the leather, and we could make something that is more lightweight also in the sportive shoes. Step by step we are arriving to the extremely brilliant effect, and so we know that the brilliancy is an argument, is the argument probably for the next season. And so now we're talking about the marine jellyfish. In the marine jellyfish, the first article that we desire to introduce you is called like Billionaire. Billionaire is a soft printing article with also a double embossing idea like a pony, and so we look at this wet shine effect that we look at on the leather. So you have this very nice three-dimensional idea that is playing and design these very nice surfaces. And again, also in Amnesia, we continuously with this idea of the shineless. The shineless now is done with the water patent. So we know this type of technology of TFL to making this very soft and high gloss water patent and created this very incredible three-dimensional idea also with the application of this spider with the chemical 4059. That is wow, it's a very nice product. And also we arrived to Studio 54. Studio 54 is a solvent patent, and certainly wow, it became a piece of glass because with the combination of the solvent patent and also the pearl, we look at inside of a leather and look at the brilliancy and the touchness without no aging effect and no looseness. So the impregnation that we have done in the company is great, and I hope that you could use in your next collection. And till we arrive to the article called The Week, probably is the most industrial leather that we have done. Is a good combination between the chrome retanning on the calf side leather with a good covering effect with a transparent pigment, and again we have used this Rodafix 5090 to get it this type of wet brilliant effect, and also the embossing of the goat playing together with the grain of the calf side in a perfectly way, and we have a very nice milling nappa for the next season. Step by step in our process, we arrive in the probably more classical and unique basis that we could organize something that is special when we're talking about the more elegant and sophisticated. And so, in fact, the name of the theme is iconoclastic. So, in this article called Ushuaia, we have a very nice tight grain, like a soft box, is perfectly for different type of shoes, but especially for the moccasin. And we look at that this tightness and this cover that playing together with a gold pearl, creating this movement on the surfaces that is more elegant, and we don't have this flat nappa anymore, but we continuously on the 3D. And at the same time, we played also in Odyssea. Odyssea is a perfectly nappa. Is a perfectly nappa with a stretchness item, this type of feeling like a soft cationic leather, but is an anionic base. And we have only with 30 grams of pigment in the solution, this marvelous effect and cover of the nappa for elegant handbags or garments or whatever you prefer. On the other side, certainly TFL is never out for any type of technology, and so also in the release application paper foil on the leather, we have done a very good job also with article called Expo. And you know that this type of technology create on the leather surface 100% cuttable, and so we have also this technology in terms of the resin and the polyurethane to get it also right valuable also in the low grades material. In the final of this iconoclastic idea, certainly we arrive probably one of the most favorite article, and also our customers enjoy about that. And this article called Capanina create this very three-dimensional cracking effect patent, or we could discuss about this idea of the soft crackly naplak. The leather is bovine, is very three-dimensional, this breaking effect, and if you desire, you could tipping on the top with the double tonalities, or otherwise we could go on tone to tone base, and that's it. But anytime we try to mix together this type of new technology of the chemical in the application of the fashion arguments that in TFL is the base of our work job. The psychedelic paisley, talking about in the first letter about that we have created something that seems like a natural python. but it's not a Python, it's a calf side embossed. The article is called Concord. We have a very 3D effect with the combination of the finishing where we play with the embossing and snuffing and wet back into the drum. So the finishing product now is possible to re-dyeing again in the drum and creating this very nice three-dimensional and natural feeling on the leather. And we are in the young generation people, and so cube article is stone washed. The color is more fancy, is more 70, is like stone washed blue jeans color like a strawberry, and we look at that hand snuffing surfaces, creating a new material and also new nice printing young effect on the leather, till we arrive one of probably the most beautiful article, and we're talking about the new veg. And the new veg, the article is called Chloe, starting from the metal-free tanning process. With this type of metal-free tanning process, with a tanning agent and other fat liquoring polymer, we could create this nice, brilliant effect like a brush off on the metal-free. With this process, we redesign totally the veg world for the next future, till we arrive to the Calypso. More or less, Calypso is again another proposal that we have done on the brilliancy effect on the leather, but starting from the chrome base, we have this very nice glacé and glazed effect with the double tonality on the top and brilliancy too. Till we arrive to the final of our job. And probably there are more technology here than other, because now we are talking about also about the bio leather, but we desire also to finish, like I told you before, the idea of the metal-free. And now we arrive to the article called Torino. Torino is nice because in one passage you cover everything and create a very nice vacchetta leather, again starting from the metal-free. So we have this very nice shineless vacchetta feeling from metal-free leather. And the same job we have done also the article called Peter Pan. And Peter Pan, we play with the Rodavax 5044 that we have applied in the drum and by hot roller cylinder to create this very nice, brilliant caffeine brown tonality, and the natural pull-up became a great job and brilliancy too. In the final, we arrived to the Bio-Index. Bio-Index is a technology of the TFL where with the technical team we have worked to calculate the contents of the renewable chemical product that we could use in the wet end and in the finishing, and making a marvelous leather like endurance. And so we have a very nice natural pull-up, full grain, calf side, and we mix together the naturality of the leather and the biomass and the bio-renewable product that we have used for the Bio-Index project, and we could calculate it for the future with this concept, the contents of the biomaterial that we have used, and so keeping in the eco world, and we get a number, and not talking about something that is only on the hair, but we have a number, so the mathematic is something that nobody say something else about that. And so we arrive to the final, to the alter ego. And the alter ego, again, we're talking about the Bio-Index, is a new proposal of the bio leather with this nappa and the finishing on the top that we could use for the upper and also for the lining. And to close, we arrive to the article called Blitz. And the Blitz is the last one article where we have calculated the Bio-Index, and we look at that this category of the article could be also embossed and create something that is nice and cuttable for any type of things that you desire. So thanks a lot for your time. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you for the next season. Bye-bye.